What is going on, guys? It's Manny back from BackCourt Violation with another video, and we're doing the first round of the draft. You know, today's draft day, so I wanted to get it out today, get my picks. That way, I can come back tomorrow and see how correct I was, and see my thoughts. So we left off with 11. Miami, I had them taking Rosen, so now we are at Buffalo. They're at 12. They moved up as well. I think Buffalo's gonna try and move up again. I don't know if they'll be able to. And now all the quarterbacks are taken off the board. So if they're at 12, if I'm Buffalo, if I'm at 12 and all the quarterbacks are taken, I'm gonna move down, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm comfortable moving down to, because they're not gonna go Lamar, and I think Lamar Jackson is gonna go either 15 or 16 to the Colts or the Cardinals or the Ravens. So I'm comfortable with that. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the draft right now, and I mean, you could move down into the 20s. And get, because the next best quarterback, because Lamar doesn't fit the system they're trying to do. I know they just had Tyrod Taylor last year, but you just signed AJ McCarron and traded Taylor to the Browns, which means you don't want a mobile quarterback anymore, which means Lamar is just off the board. I mean, they would love to be able to move up and take Josh Allen. He's a cold weather quarterback. I can just tell you right now. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think those I think the draft is pretty much how it's gonna be for the most part. So So if I'm Buffalo, I move down and somewhere in the 20s to be able to take Mason Rudolph. But just for argument's sake, let's say they stay at 12. And I don't know. I don't know, man. At 12, I guess at 12 I'd go BPE and I'd take cornerback from Ohio State, Denzel Ward. I mean, it's not like they just made the playoffs. So other than the quarterback switch, there's not a whole lot going on, So yeah, just keep that defense stacked. McDermott's a defensive coach, makes a lot of sense to me. At 13, you got the Redskins. This one's cool too. I think they're gonna take De'Aaron Payne from Alabama. I think it just makes sense. Payne, he's physical, and for his size, he's actually quick off the line. I mean, I think it's time that the Redskins stop dreaming and just start building. They're always kind of competitive, but why not take that next step and just they just got to get the right players in-house for once. That's all. So, yeah, 13, Redskins go Payne. You got the 14. 14, you got the Packers. And it's interesting because the Packers, you're hearing rumors that they want to move up. That'd be weird because they just traded for Kaiser, and for the most part, if you're moving up, don't you always suspect they're taking a quarterback? That wouldn't go well with Rodgers. We all know how his personality is, which I love. Not a knock on him, but you don't want to make him uneasy. And if you're gonna move up, I mean, this is I don't know. I just don't understand. So we're gonna say that they stay. They need cornerback help. They really do, but I've already got the three best secondaries off the board, and I think if you were to try and take, a Jari Alexander or what's his name, Jari Alexander or oh my gosh, Josh Jackson from Iowa, I think that's a reach. So that's another one where you can move down if they weren't able to move up and get their guy. If I'm the Packers, I guess you go BPE as well, and you take Marcus Davenport from University of Texas San Antonio, the defensive end. I like him. He's like he's kind of like Chubb, just not nearly as good, but he should be a good pro. His stock it's fluctuated throughout the draft process, but I think that's around the area he should be going. So 14, I've got the Packers taking Marcus Davenport, defensive end. 15, this is cool. This is Arizona. This is Lamar Jackson territory. And I don't know. Do they really take him? I think they should. I really think they should. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. He's from South Florida, and he's done great in college, obviously with his Heisman. Um, and I mean, I think you got to take him also for the simple reason that you know that the Ravens are going to take him. So, it's kind of I got to beat you to the punch. I'd rather have the quarterback than you. So, plus they still have a good defense, and I know they just lost the Honey Badger Tyrann Mathieu, but I can't believe they let him go. Good Lord. But they still got a good defense. They still got Pat Pete. I mean, he is the man. So, yeah, I'm gonna say at 15, Arizona takes Lamar Jackson. 16 is interesting because Lamar Jackson's off the board. The only quarterback left now is Mason Rudolph. And I could see Mason Rudolph going there. That would really screw with the Bills if they were to have moved down to that. Maybe they make a trade with the Ravens, and the Bills. The Ravens take Lamar at 12, and the Bills take Rudolph at 16. I could see that one. That would certainly screw Arizona then. But for argument's sake, let's just say, like I said, that they stay with the pick, and I could see them taking Taven Bryan from Florida because they love their defensive tackles, and it's Baltimore. They've always had a great defense, and if they can't get their guy, why not go defense one more time? So that's that. 17's the Chargers. This one's not much of a debate. They don't need a quarterback. You got Phillip Rivers. They might need one for the future, but they should all be gone at this point. Maybe other than we don't know how Lamar and Mason's going to go down, but I think the Chargers, at this point, I say go BPE still. Take that offensive lineman, man. Keep Phil healthy. Keep Melvin Gordon healthy. Take Mike McGlinchey from Notre Dame. 18, Seahawks. Love the Seahawks. Love Pete Carroll. Charismatic. This one, they should go secondary. Now is when you'll start seeing the cornerbacks fall again. I feel like. It's between Jari Alexander and Josh Jackson, and I'm gonna go with Josh Jackson just because he was easier to scout for the Seahawks. He was closer. Iowa's closer than Kentucky, which Jari Alexander played in Louisville, so I think they saw him a little bit more. So I think Josh Jackson to 18 to Seattle. 19 is Dallas, and who knows? No, honestly, if I'm Dallas, I'm gonna go wide receiver, and I'm gonna go. Yeah. Calvin Ridley's on the board still, so that's what I would do. Is Calvin Ridley at 19? Lions are at 20, and this will be the last one for the video. I'll do the next 10 later. Lions are at 20. They could go in a whole lot of different ways. They're still a very good team, but oh man, I didn't give much thought to that. If I'm that, they just got rid of Eric Ebron. They weren't able to get Jimmy Graham. He went to their division rival. So I could see the Lions taking Hayden Hurst, trying to get a real tight end that's going to move the ball for them. That might be what Matt Ryan is missing. So if I'm the Lions at 20, I'm going to go Hayden Hurst. But all right, guys, I will be back later with the last 10 picks. This is Manny from BackCourt Violation. Draft day. Stoked. Have a good one.